Hi Moglets, today we're going over the new version 4.1 special program. Got lots of cool stuff to go over, new 5-star characters, new areas, bosses, enemies. Starting off of course with the even more epic than usual trailer here. I'm not gonna do a classic like react to it or anything, because usually these videos are meant to be more of a compressed special program with some of my own thoughts and opinions thrown in, but yeah, trailer is super cool. So as we talked about last special program, version 4.1 and version 4.2 will all introduce, new Archon quest, the main story continuing on. I still haven't fully finished 4.0's Archon quest, so they kind of spoiled what happens there. Just in case you haven't completed it yet, I'm not going to say anything about that, but the headlining feature, at least for me, are the new characters, and I will butcher both of their names. I'm most looking forward to the Hydro dude. They called him Neuvillette.
That goes for Neuvillette too!
And also Neuvillette.
Handsome and Neuvillette!
In the trailer, so I don't know which one to go with. I guess we'll go with Neuvillette for now. And the other new character, Traveler calls him Wriothesley, so that's what I'm gonna go with also.
If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be?
He looks really interesting too, don't get me wrong. He reminds me a lot of a Cryohazo, both kind of pugilists, fight with their fists, catalyst users, so they're always doing their element. And we are going to start with him. They don't go much into depth with these new characters, which again is very sad, but let's start with Wriothesley. I guess he's kind of like a cop. Technically the Duke of the Fortress of Meropide, which is a new area we'll be getting with 4.1 as well. More on that later. Like I said, he's a cryo catalyst user. His combat style is just punches, but interestingly, he does work a bit like Hu Tao as well. When his HP falls below a certain amount, his next charge attack will be enhanced to deal more damage. It also won't consume stamina, and it'll restore his HP, so he's a bit self-sufficient as well. Also in this regard, reminds me of Hu Tao, so kind of like if Hu Tao and Hazo had a baby. No ship there, but just mechanically speaking, his elemental skill is nearly identical to Hu Tao's, at least what they describe. So he uses it, he loses HP, whether this is a chunk of HP at once or it ticks down over time so he could take advantage of this new artifact set, I don't know. But then his normal attacks become enhanced, and once he falls below a certain HP threshold, his next charge attack will be super enhanced, which will of course deal a lot more damage, but also heal him. They don't touch on his burst at all, but from what I saw in either the trailer or while they were showing Wriothesley in particular, it looks like it's just a quick burst attack. Again, similar to Hu Tao. He's another character that can give you double resources, so you'll probably be hearing in the future Wriothesley bonus when I'm at the crafting table. And then we got Neuvillette. He just looks so cool, I gotta say. I've always loved beam attacks in general. They're kind of satisfying. And he's like a beam attack DPS, another DPS, so like literally everyone from Fontaine apparently is a DPS, especially since he's Hydro. I've really wanted a Hydro DPS. I'm just not a huge fan of Ayato or Child, to be honest. So he's also a catalyst user that sort of scales with HP loss and can reduce his own HP as well. But in his case, it seems pretty clear that it will be ticking down. So absolutely will be a good contender for this new artifact set that gives you up to 36% crit rate if you're losing HP. This special program was the first time even hearing about Wriothesley, but Neuvillette we've seen around in the Archon quest so far. So that water cannon beam thing that he's doing does actually result from his charged attack. There are these little source water droplets on the ground, which he forms by doing his skill and burst. Absorbing these droplets will increase the formation speed of the seal created when charging up his charge attack. They'll also heal him. Once the seal is complete and formed, then he will do the special charge attack that'll deal continuous damage. Also, the damage of this beam scales with how much HP he currently has, so some sort of continuous healer would also be good. Also, these droplets that form from his elemental skill and burst, if these droplets are close enough to him, they will automatically get absorbed when he starts charging, as you can see here, which again heals him and makes his charge attack charge faster. Also, his exploration passive seems pretty cool as well, faster sprinting underwater. Version 4.1 will start with Neuvillette and Hu Tao. I love Hu Tao, but I'm obviously going for Neuvillette. And then we got Wriothesley and Venti together. Again, easy choice for me. Of course, 2 new 5-star catalysts for our 2 new 5-star catalyst users, but we'll also be getting new 4-star weapons that appear in gacha as well. I'll definitely take a look at those on Summon Day. Besides new characters, we have a couple of new areas which look pretty interesting. These floating water cubes in the sky. In this new area will be a new boss, experimental field generator. Looks pretty interesting. You can jump a lot higher while fighting him. There'll also be some new Fatui enemies to fight. When we have a new abyss that features these, I'll go more into detail. Got a new prison, or I guess a fortress of Meropide. It's basically a prison. Another new boss, Millennial Pearl Seahorse, perhaps a weekly boss, I'm not sure. I would have to imagine one of these is a new weekly boss because we still don't have a Fontaine weekly boss yet. Besides that, of course, we got the upcoming events. I guess the main one here is Waterborne Poetry. Can get a crown, primo gems, a exclusive event weapon, dandelion bookmark. Starts with a minigame-esque thing where you're throwing objects into these pots and scoring points. We also got a more combat-focused event with its own set of unique mechanics. Then we have more of a puzzle picture-taking like event. You got to take a photo out in the world that matches this painting. Besides the main event, we got Dodoko's Bombtastic Adventure. Pretty interesting minigame looking thing. You like shoot bombs into these dudes and they explode. Radiant Harvest, you go underwater, swim around collecting stuff. The Peaks and Troughs of Life, combat plus minigame combined. You gotta time the ring with the other rings and then you get like a special shockwave. There are some other mechanics like buffs and load. Some kind of TCG event. I'll be totally honest, I don't care about TCG at all. Overflowing Mastery coming back, double books, you know how it be. Next, I talk about something really interesting. I actually made a short/TikTok on this a couple days ago. By the way, if you wanna follow me on TikTok, link is in the description. I might post some exclusive stuff over there at one point. But yeah, the most important bit out of that is that you don't necessarily need to do your daily quest every day starting from 4.1, as long as you're doing other stuff like events or story quests, etc., etc. Lots of the main things you do will earn you points, which you can exchange for your daily quest rewards, and you can do that up to 4 times. I think this is a really cool and good change. Like if you don't have anything to do on Genshin besides your daily quests, then it's like, okay, do your daily quest. But you know, when a new version drops and there's all this other stuff to do, the last thing you want to do is those daily quests again. So yeah, it's really nice. Also, as 3rd anniversary is quickly approaching, they'll be giving out some 3rd anniversary rewards. Seems pretty good. 1600 primos, 4 fragile resin, 10 intertwined fates. So basically a 20 pull, not bad. And a cute little octopus cosmetic dude. Also a portable aerodynamic gelatinous bubble generator. I guess you can just put your hand out and start like generating bubbles. Oh yes, the top-up bonus will also be reset. Very cool. I'm gonna need lots of primos from my boy Neuvillette, whatever he's called. I might go a little harder on him depending on luck. Maybe we'll try and get him to C1 at least, or C2, we'll see. So yeah, this was definitely one of the longer special programs because there was a lot of stuff that didn't necessarily have to do with the version 4.1. Not like bad stuff, but I'm just trying to bring you what we're actually like getting in 4.1 and all the other stuff, obviously, if you want to see it, like, you know, the recipes, the DIY projects, the stray dog charity thing, which I think is really cool that they're doing. But yeah, I wanted to just keep this to, you know, what the next version is really. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Some of the events looked pretty fun and interesting, but yeah, more than anything by far, I'm looking forward to that new character, Neuvillette. But Wriothesley looks really cool as well. Make sure to tell me what you think though in the comments down below. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.